mad at me here. Their parents, if you got HBO, if you got Showtime, please. Like I said, I don't care if you get mad at me, get mad at God. You can't get mad at God. You understand? If you got HBO, Showtime, cut it off. Because they got softcore porn on those shows at midnight. And that's what got me. I was just watching it one day, and I was like, oh my goodness. What is this? It's something that I've seen before, but I've never gone deep into it. So I started to watch softcore porn, and it started to get me. It was like a snare to my spirit. Just that one time got me hooked. And softcore porn became like nothing. I was like, man, I want some hardcore porn now. So I ordered the Playboy channel. And at night when my parents are sleeping, where I live at, we got Cox Cable. And you could order the cable thing. So I'll put it in, I'll be watching it. Like, oh man, this thing it's nasty, but I want to watch it. And I kept watching it. And when I knew I didn't have the money to go and order it, I got tapes. And I started to record them. So I know later on, I'll come back. And I started watching them. Started watching it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Through watching porn, I started to masturbate. And I ain't ashamed about that. Because God wants some of you to do it. You might not say it, but you do it. So God wants me to let you understand that when you do it, the fact that you're not doing it with a physical human being, you're doing it with a demon. Every time you're masturbating, you are spiritually having sex with demons. And so when you sleep, especially with the guys, and you think you see some girl that you like come to you in your dream and start messing with you, and you wake up, yes, I get away. What you have basically done, is the demons manifested himself, or whatever it is, as the woman that you want. And so we'll come and sleep with you. And the sad thing about it is, since we are so ignorant about it, if you ask certain parents, because it's a normal thing for boys. No, it's not. It's not normal. It's spiritual. And you must understand that these things are demonic forces that will mess with your marriage one day. It will get to a point that you will not be able to have that spiritual connection with you and your wife. Because the enemy is marrying you spiritually. He's attacking your marriage. And there's so many marriages in America. Right now I'm so discouraged, but I know God will do something. In the Christian church, marriages are being destroyed. That young people like us, when we look at marriages, we are discouraged by what is going on. You wonder to yourself, is it better to get married or to be single and stay with the person that you quote unquote like or not? But all these things have spiritual backgrounds. I'm just hitting certain points to get to what God wants me to show you. And while I was doing all these things, it was getting to me. Doing the game banging, watching porno. In Sakra, it doesn't come. Because when I was in Ghana, 9 years old, 4 years old, I was already getting drunk. Because my uncle used to make alcohol. You know, the real appeal. The real one, the one that you put on the ground, you put fire to it, still blaze. My mom would tell me, you know, by the grace of God, God has delivered my mom from drinking alcohol. But when I was young, my mom would tell me, you know, Ghana, there's no ID. My mom would tell me, come and Sabra. Okay, I'll go. Because by the time I walk home, I'll drink half of the alcohol. So alcohol was really not something I was addicted to, was something that was like regular to me. But the weed got to me. The porno got to me. And then the gangbanging stuff also was getting to me. And then one time, all the Ghanaians, we started to fight these black Americans. And we met at a McDonald's. A whole bunch of Africans. And you know, when we get there, we are Africans. Because we are noisy. It doesn't matter whether you're Ghanaian or not. We are noisy people. And we got there and all these black Americans also came around. And we were just trying to fight. One of the guys jumped one of my friends. So we're like, you know what? We want you all to fight one of our boys. So they were like, okay, let's do it. So As they were about to fight, out of nowhere, his friends jumped into the fight, and all of a sudden it started to get brutal. And one of our African friends pulled out a gun. And when he pulled out the gun, he started to put it, everybody said, "Hey, too old." We act like we talk, but we know when death is coming, we run. So as soon as they saw that, everybody started scattering. The police came over and the police were scared to come. They parked at the shopping center somewhere to call for more backup. But before they came, we were already gone. And all these things, little by little, I'll be doing this. And I felt within my spirit, the subconscious of me, something, now I know it's God, was telling me, "Kwame, this is not why I brought you here. This is not my purpose for you. My brother and my sister, this is not why God brought you here. The music of this country, you know it pollutes you. I don't have to stand here and tell you what it does to you. When Beyonce shakes, you also want to go, because the music is telling you what to do. When you see Snoop Dogg talk about, "Yo, dog," was that Homestead? When you see Snoop Dogg doing these things and smoking weed and talking the way he talks, you also want to talk the way he talks. When you see Puff Daddy fronting the money and being in big cars, whether you like it or not, you also want to do what he's doing. And my music was not even East Coast music. I love the West Coast rappers, like Tupac, Exhibit, Snoop Dogg, those West Coast rappers that just plain out curse women out. You know what I'm talking about. They just straight out curse women out in their songs. This girl is a B, this is a dad. And so that's the kind of songs I listen to. And so the music was influencing my mind. And I started to disrespect women. When I look at a woman, I know she's a woman, but it's like, whatever. You know, because of what the music says, I also repeat what the music was telling me. And so the gangster thing, all these things were mixing in a big bowl. And it was stirring. And little by little, I thank for God that I did not die. Because I remember one time, I was high, drunk, watching porno, and I was on the ground. And I was screaming, telling God, "God help me." I was like, I didn't even say God, I said, "Somebody help me. Somebody help me, please. Somebody help me. Please. Somebody help me." Who was I calling for help? Because I knew something was tormenting me.